my kind of latest thinking around this is that the rise of atheism is it's hand in hand with the rise of big data. So in the scientific world and the digital world and the world of ones and zeros and quantum physics and quantum mechanics and the internet age, everything is quantifiable. We have a lot of great explanations that are real for everything.
That's right.
For the age of the universe, for the age of the planet Earth, for fucking Graham Hancock saying 12,800 years ago.
800.
Right. It's very specific. There was a giant flood. Whatever it is, quantum mechanics are being able to say that, matter and light are the same thing, made up of the same stuff. So what this is doing, and not to mention like the filter bubble that Google and Facebook is creating, it's creating this air of that destroys mysticism.
Right.
Getting rid of the space between things.
Right.
This is a great Terence McKenna quote that I've been thinking on a lot lately. There exists this dimension between language, but it's just so damn hard to talk about.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, because of it, this age, and, everybody is a digerati of some kind these days. You experience everything through the eyes of big data and how it's being fed to you, and your experiential quality of being alive. It's largely through these digital lenses.
Yep.
So not only are you going to this old man, guru in Hawaii, but the other guy, he's not even in his body anymore. He's disembodied.
Yeah.
And yet he has this tangible thing that you guys take away. You can't explain that.
Impossible.
It doesn't have any algorithmic explanation to it. So in the modern age, there's dissonance with it, which is why, to me, these are the rises of the Sam Harrises and Dawkins of the world.
Right.
It's because that doesn't fit into any category. It doesn't.
Yeah, it does have an algorithmic explanation to it. It's that you're out of your fucking mind and you're getting off on some kind of placebo effect because you've
Are you, though? Are you getting off on some kind of placebo effect? I mean, look, man, go.
No, please.
Yeah, I mean, I've been I've been around all sorts of different spiritual traditions and lineages, and been around Amma and ISKCON gurus and Babas in the jungle in India and all the, all these different permutations of these spiritual alchemists and their lineages that they create. This one, the one that we're part of, this Neem Karoli Baba one, it creates this alchemy that it just has a different result than the others for me. For me. They're not all the same. It just doesn't happen to be Neem Karoli Baba. It's just the alchemy expressed in this one, for me, resonates in a frequency that I've never experienced before.
Terence McKenna, in his discussion with Ram Dass, towards the end, he said something like, "I don't care who you burn candles to, you seem like a kind person." And in that moment, Terence McKenna didn't realize that what he had done is identified exactly what it is, because because I think what Terence McKenna may have been missing is that the reason Ram Dass is putting off this vibe that he described as a kind person is that what he was feeling is Neem Karoli Baba radiating out of Ram Dass. And the way he put it is he was identifying the actual substance of the thing, which is to me is that because, I love breaking this stuff down. I think it's important to break it down, and I think it's important to try to bring it into the tangible and to bring it into into some algorithm that makes sense. And so the way I think about it is, so if I get around somebody who's authentically in a great mood, having a great day, I feel better. No question about it, usually, unless I'm having a really shitty day, and then I'm going to be annoyed. But you know what I mean? Like, if I'm around someone who's like, whatever's happened to them, they're having an authentically good day, man, I feel really good. And that makes me feel better. It can give me a little uptick. Not a lot, but a little bit of an uptick, right? Yeah. So, theoretically, if we live in a spectrum of consciousness, then having a good day, right? You can have that could exist on some spectrum, which is like the normal good day, a good day where you realize that, I don't know, you find out that you inherited $15 million. That's a pretty cool good day. Right. Not to put it in a materialistic way, or a good day where, like, who knows, man? you figure out, let's just put it in the realm of like insanity that doesn't even happen. Let's imagine like one day you figure out you know how to walk through walls or something like that level, like, whoa, this is cool. Or even better, I shouldn't have said the wall walking thing because it's crazy, but how about that first day after you've made love to a person that you've fallen in love with that day? Yes. Now think of that day.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's a good day. Like on the spectrum of good days, that's a really good day.
There, yeah.
So then let's take it to the good day of your child being born, and you have a real family, and so all these things there are all these now. If this is a transmittable experience, if the idea is when you're around someone who's had a great day, a little bit of it gets into you, then, and if there is a spectrum of happiness, then people like Ram Dass and Neem Karoli Baba have figured out a way to go to the 5 billion times past the day after you've made love to someone that you're in love with, and they're experiencing that kind of day. Not every day, but they know how to tune into that.
Yes.
So when you get around them, there's going to be the exact same effect times that additional...
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, correct.
So that's the psychedelic feeling, is you're getting this transmission that's happening, or maybe another way to put it is you are... harmonizing with their frequency, and because that's what humans do. We know it. When women are around each other, they'll begin to menstruate at the same time.
Correct. That's a good example. Yeah.
So that means that so you tune in. So and I'll sum this up. Yeah. So here's what I think.
Yeah.
That means, and it's really weird, but that means that whatever that energy state, and it's fair to say that any state any human being is in is an energetic state. So whatever that energetic state is a very specific packet of information that gets transmitted to other people. And if they're able to fully accept it and fully tune into it, or even halfway tune into it, then that means they can also transfer that energy to the next person down the line.
That's right. So that's right. And it also frees you from these addictions, like all these other examples that you just went through, making love to the beautiful woman, money, materialism, whatever it is. Most of those experiences, you're going to come down from them. They have a peak and they have a valley.
That's right.
They have a zenith to them.
Right.
What's going on here is that, through enough spiritual practice and the repetition of whatever your method is, the peaks and valleys become smaller and smaller and smaller, and the equanimity becomes it's pervasive.
Right. And
you can stay in it, and you don't have to come down. You don't have to go through so many extremes all the time. If you're gentle enough with your own spirit to, like Krishnadas always says, as far as I'm concerned, there's only one thing we need to renounce, and that is our self-hatred and our self-loathing towards our own selves. That's the only thing we have to renounce.